Hi, thanks for joining me today. So today I wanted to talk to you about something called neuropathy. And neuropathy is a serious side effect that happens to a lot of chemo patients. And without the proper information, it can really inhibit your quality of life long term. Now, many of you may have heard of the term neuropathy, especially if you're diabetic or you have family or friends that are diabetics. And basically what it is tingling, numbness, prickling feeling, warming sensation, any of those to the extremities, fingers, toes, and feet. And so there are several drugs, chemo drugs, that can bring on neuropathy. The drugs that I took when I underwent breast cancer the first time, or chemotherapy the first time, was Taxotere, and Cytoxan. Those were the drugs that I would have injected into me every 3 weeks. So I had the benefit of, as I mentioned before, seeing a naturopath along with conventional treatment. And one of the first things my naturopath told me was that I may experience neuropathy, and as soon as I do, there's a supplement she wanted me to take in high doses, and it's called L-glutamine. That's L, the letter L, space G-L-U-T-A-M-I-N-E. And I got it at Super Supplements, and I bought the Jarrow brand, J-A-R-R-O-W. It was like in a little bottle. I think it has like a red label on it or whatnot. But anyway, after I had my very first chemo session, I came home and immediately I started feeling this warming sensation in my toes. It's very hard to explain, but it's like a warming sensation right before your toes start to go numb. And when I put on slippers, the sensation was so uncomfortable. The slippers were uncomfortable to wear. Even having anything on my feet was very uncomfortable. But then walking felt very weird. And so I remember what my naturopath said, and so I started chugging down the L-glutamine, and it's disgusting, I'll admit to you. It's a white powdery substance, and I should just mix it in water and just chug it down, and it's gross, it's disgusting, but it's a miracle. I mean, it works, okay? I would not lead you to something or tell you something that wasn't right, correct, or didn't work. A lot of people put it in orange juice. I don't particularly drink any type of juice, but people put it in orange juice. I've heard of people putting it in smoothies, whatever it takes to get it down, because it actually works. And so based on that experience, I knew the next time I had chemo, I would take a high quantity of it early that morning, same day of chemo, on an empty stomach, and you wait an hour before you eat anything, and then I would take it again as soon as my chemo sessions were over and I was back at home, and I never had an issue. The reason why I'm mentioning this to you is because I've been on a lot of breast cancer boards and chat rooms, and this question comes up over and over and over again. How do you handle neuropathy? Because again, it can become a quality of life issue. So something just told me I needed to bring this information to you, because I can't tell you how many times I've on the board said, oh, you got to get this powder, this supplement, and 3, 4, 5 threads down, people are mentioning it, and then I come back pages later and somebody says, how do you get rid of the neuropathy? Because who has time to read 9,000 pages back, And so I'm putting this out here just in case someone, this is information that somebody really needs, because it works. And obviously you want to do your own research, and if you can be under the care of a naturopath, I would say definitely go for it with conventional treatment. I'm not here to advocate alternative treatment only. I would never do that. Everyone has to do their own research on that. But it worked for me, and it's worked for many, many other people. And that's just one less side effect you have to worry about, because there's going to be tons of side effects, and I will discuss all of those eventually in different videos. Eventually, I will also discuss hair, because hair is a huge thing that affects everyone going through cancer and chemotherapy. Eventually you lose your hair unless you're doing, I think, ice caps or something like that. I chose not to do that. I actually ended up going very bald. I wore wigs occasionally, but I had horrible chemo pause, and we'll talk about that as well. It's a play on words for menopause. But thank you for stopping by and watching my video today. And if you want more information, or if there's something you want me to talk about, or you need more detail, just leave a message and I'll be glad to do that. Until next time.